Hey guys, it's Sunfist, and we're back at you with another Titanfall video. So I guess what you got here for you guys is, this is the last mission of the militia campaign on the militia side. I think it's called Made Men, not sure what map it's on. Yeah, so this is my second playthrough of the campaign. I did so I can unlock the Ogre Titan chassis. And for the first time you run through, you unlock the Strider, and that's pretty nice too. But I guess the main focus of this video is, I guess, what my tips for you guys are for in my first day and a half of playing. I know these probably aren't going to be very good, but something I just wanted to put out to you guys. So in this gameplay, I'm only going to be using the carbine, which in my opinion is probably the most powerful weapon in the game, just because it just seems like, you know, your bread and butter kind of weapon. It's got a decent rate of fire for an assault rifle, it's got really good range, and doesn't have a lot of recoil, so that's very nice. I have played around with a couple of the other weapons, like the shotgun, the G2 semi-auto, the R97 submachine gun. I'm only level 26 or 25, I believe, so I haven't unlocked everything, but I guess I'll tell you guys what I've been doing so far. So in this gameplay, like I said, it's on the last mission of the militia side and the IMC side. It's just the last mission of the campaign. I chose this because I went 23 and 10, which is probably my best game in Titanfall. Before this, I haven't been able to break, 17, 18 kills. So this is probably, I guess, my breakout moment for my first couple days playing through Titanfall. So I guess what I did in this gameplay differently than what I usually do is, since we're playing hardpoint domination, I don't go in my Titan as much as I usually do during game modes like attrition, because if you're playing hardpoint domination, you get points, I believe, like every second for however many flags you have. And what you want to do is get around the map as fast as possible, and trip capping definitely helps. I know in like Call of Duty, if you trip cap, it's helpful, but like the spawns are kind of weird. Like you'll force someone to spawn C flag, and it's just weird stuff. But if you trip cap in hardpoint domination in Titanfall, it's definitely going to help you out a lot, because you're going to get a lot of points really fast. In terms of like class setup, my favorite gun obviously is the R101C carbine. I definitely think it's the most powerful weapon in Titanfall. It's just, I guess, your bread and butter weapon. It's got awesome range, it's got good range, it's got barely any recoil if you can control it right. Anyway, it's got a decent rate of fire from an assault rifle. It's just all around a great weapon. And you have your niche weapons like the shotgun, you have your R97, which is better at close range, you have the longbow DMR, stuff like that. But for all intents and purposes, you're going to want to use the R101C carbine. And for my setup, what I like to use is the HCOG site, which is the default site that the first time you equip the class on like level 1, that's the site to use. It's like what I'm using in this video. It's almost like it's like the site on the Ripper in Call of Duty. It's pretty cool. I also use suppressor just to stay off the map, and definitely helps me flank around, which is definitely my second tip for you guys, is to flank the maps. Since there's so many Titans on the map, you don't want to charge them head on. I know they have anti-Titan weapons, like I use the Archer rocket, or you can have the Sidewinder mag launcher, but definitely flanking is how I get most of my kills, because you see, like right here, it would have been a better situation if I had flanked him instead of challenging up through that window, because he obviously was looking at it first. But another tip that I can give to you guys is definitely to look at your mini-maps. This is definitely a tip that I give, I guess, for all first-person shooters, especially Titanfall. I find it really, really helpful, because the mini-map definitely is your friend. Sleep with it, do everything you want with it, but definitely pay attention to the mini-map. You red dots with the enemies on it, or how I usually find all my enemies, and if they start using their mini-map, that's why I have my suppressor, I guess, because bang, if you take out an enemy across the hall, say right now, take an enemy across the hall with your suppressor, the other guy won't see you if he's capping it also, so it's an easy two-piece right there. Another thing I can recommend for you guys is to use arc grenades. So what these do, they're basically an EMP grenade. You throw them and it stuns, it blurs vision. I don't think it doesn't stun, but it does blur your vision, disables electronics, stuff like that. So it's very, very useful. It does have a pretty long throw distance, but I think it's just the default of the grenades. I use them to stun Titans and stun pilots if I want to escape. They're definitely really useful. I find them more useful than frag grenades, because With the arc grenades, you just toss one, it hits the Titan or the pilot, it stuns them, you can dash away. I use them more for defensive purposes. Or during the epilogue, when everyone's trying to escape, I can use the Titans. On defense, I can use the arc grenades on the Titans, on defense or offense, doesn't matter, just to get away, to get to the point.
I'm better.
And I guess this pretty much sums it up for my video right now. This is more of a Titanfall, you know, tips if you want to get better. Myself, I'm really not that good at this game. I just happen to snag a lucky gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So basically, I guess, a summary of what it is one, use the carbine. It's an awesome weapon for all purposes. Whatever attachments you want to use, really doesn't matter with the carbine is. Tip number 2, don't stay in your Titan as much if you're playing game modes like hard points, because you want to get in those points. I know in Fracture, I think it is, you can get inside like the C-down point with your Titan, but it's a lot easier when you're mobile and you can run around in your pilot, and you can always set your Titan to follow or guard mode. So which is what you see me do in this. I don't think I enter my Titan once. Maybe I do, I'm not sure. As for the third tip, flank. It's definitely one of the most important tactics that I use in this game. I use it in Call of Duty, and definitely it's more useful here. When you see these people, you never want to challenge them up in head-on gunfights, especially if you're using the carbine. If you can take the high ground, if you can get behind them, bang, you can whip them out easily, and especially if you're using your suppressor, it makes it so much easier. And like I said, use the minimap. The minimap is your friend. And like right here, I died to a Spectre. I know, I'm sorry. That was a moment of shame for me. But definitely use your minimap. It's your friend. You see all these pilots around the minimap. You can flank over to them, take them out, and then that's just easy points for you during attrition, or if you want to flank during hardpoint domination. No one really knows any like good spots, I guess, right now, so now's a good time to get the feel for it, to use your flanks, to get up on the high ground, and those tips will definitely help you become a better Titanfall player. Hope you guys enjoy the commentary and tips and tricks. Let me know if there's anything you want to ask a question about. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. That's like that default YouTube thing, and we will see you later.
We're now in control of